I call this meeting to order at 6:05 on Tuesday, February 3rd. Any changes or additions to the agenda? No. Approval of minutes, January 6th. I think we're all here, right? That seems like so long ago. I'll motion to approve the minutes. Awesome.
I'll second.
Second, thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, since it's just three, I don't need to go through. Public participation and announcements. Anyone? Do we have public?
Yeah.
Hi, public. And we have a few online too, right?
We have a couple online, yes.
Excellent, welcome. Announcement wise? The Nordic skiing program?
Yeah.
Happening? You want me to talk about it?
You can talk about it, I'm
I
gonna
was gonna say
highlight
it's
it, but please
amazing.
do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure I won't do it justice.
Shoot your horn.
Well, yeah, last week, for the second year, Hartland Winter Trails worked with the elementary school to bring Nordic skiing to PE classes. I would definitely say it's a work in progress. Like, we don't have an actual PE teacher. Like, it's, or maybe that might be on the agenda.
Yeah.
All hands on deck. But from folks I've talked to, it sounds like it went pretty well. Obviously, we had the snow day on Monday and then the frigid day on Friday. But I think every class got it at least once.
Yes. K-5.
And then at K to 5, yeah, because the skis don't work too well for the bigger kids. I hope they had a good time, and when I was driving by the trailhead on Sunday, I saw what looked like a younger elementary kid with their parents using the loaner skis. So I told myself it was a Hartland kid that,
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
that got exposed to it
Yep.
last week and then was out in the trails.
And it was like perfect timing with all the snow.
We really lucked out with having
Yeah.
enough snow.
Yeah.
It was really just that very first class on Tuesday that had to pack down the snow,
Yeah.
and then it was
It was
packed
fun.
down for everyone else. But like huge thank you to all the community volunteers
Yes.
that came in. I think
That's awesome.
I think the hardest part personally is like getting the kids in the skis
In the
because you
gear.
have to adjust the
Yeah.
bindings every single time. Yeah. So thank you for welcoming the program.
Yeah, no, thank you. I can add, we just came from a PTO meeting where a lot of the members have kids within the elementary and said their kids came home and loved it.
Awesome.
Loved it.
I will ask you
Those
to
are
put
the
something in
words.
the newsletter about the loaner shed. I'll send you an email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep them out there.
That's with the Heartland Winter Trails, that loaner shed?
Yeah,
Is
the
there a
loaner,
different-
I can say it right, yeah, the loaner shed's at 17 Lowell Farm Lane, and the same skis the kids got to
Oh,
use
cool.
in PE class, so they would be familiar with them, are at the shed. So you can take them for up to a week at a time. Yeah, so we just hope folks will get out there.
Yeah, we're just at announcements and public participation.
Sorry to be late.
It's okay. Any announcements?
No,
Put you on the spot.
no, I have none.
Then onward to admin report.
Okay. So the report tonight is the annual budget information presentation, so we can go over it, make sure we're prepared, and so it's kind of a practice tonight, run through. And it's coming.
You printed it
I just printed it. I was like,
The budget book?
Mhm.
Nice. I know, it looks pretty good. All right, so, I'm gonna start, I was gonna say, is that Larry?
That's Larry.
Larry.
How long do I have to
I know.
stall?
Slow and steady. Well, I have a question. Do we have a moderator?
Oh, I don't think Rob can do it.
Okay.
Should we ask Bettina Reed? Is that what you suggested? Or the other person I thought was Pat Richardson?
Yeah, I was gonna say Pat.
We've had
Pat
both
seems
of
like,
them.
okay,
Those
because
names.
Pat, yeah.
Pat Richardson or Gordon.
But Pat is the
used to
one
be
who
the
like,
moderator.
she seems
I
to
can't.
correct Matt.
He's out of town.
when.
Yeah. Okay, I'll reach out to both
He's
of
in
them.
Nebraska.
We do have to,
What would you rather be doing?
we do have to have the town clerk
Like
open the
nominate
meeting,
him.
nominate him, and then step down, and,
Okay.
I've been in touch with John, and he'll be there, so we're set on that. We just
And there's
need
a
to-
select board meeting that night, but it's gonna be okay.
They said, yes, work
We
through
got
that.
priority.
Work through that.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
And is there anything you need me to do about the moderator and other people?
Do you know either one of them?
I know Bettina,
Do you want
through
to reach
drama
out?
stuff. Yeah.
Ask her, see if she doesn't.
Bettina, if you're out there,
She'd be great.
listening to this, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, so I think we're all set otherwise. Jan will be there, we've got the tech set up, or the tech ready to be set up, and, the space will be set up, so we're good to go. All right, so we're gonna just run through this tonight. Obviously, whoever the moderator is will go through the first, slides, welcome everyone to the meeting, and go through the articles.
Yep.
And these come right off the warning. And the moderator will read these out loud. So there's 1, 2, 3.
Yes, that's the same as every year.
That's the same as every year. There's your capital reserve article. And then
To add.
Yep,
To add that
and
from
your
the
budget
surplus.
article, yep. And these have been,
And that's something the moderator reads, not me. Great.
the moderator typically, reads them.
Perfect.
Is there, and none of these articles will describe the application of that, where's the 200?
He's
Yes.
coming behind us.
No, that should be,
That should be in the budget, not in an article.
We
This
can
is just
speak
what-
to it, we can speak to it at Article
Okay.
4, we probably should speak to it at Article 4. Just
That we took, how much, and we put toward to pay down the tax.
200, right?
200,
200 to pay down the tax and put the rest in reserve.
Yes.
it was 200? Okay.
You can join us.
I'll stand with that.
Dinner,
Okay.
I left Ruby to stay home and make dinner.
Otherwise, they're pretty straightforward. So then we will start after the articles start to discuss the budget and how it aligns with our strategic plan. So I will open and just talk about, a little bit about the strategic plan and how we got there, and then Frank takes over and connects the plan to our budget and our goals and what's going on with the school. So my little blurb at this point is, nearly 6 years ago, a diverse group of stakeholders came together to create our strategic plan, which serves as our North Star in guiding student success. As part of this work, we identified 5 core competencies, and those are empathy, perseverance, integrity, communication, and critical thinking. And those are the skills that we expect all our students to master before they graduate. Our strategic plan is built around 3 key goals. One is student success and engagement, one is information and communications, and one is culture and student wellness. And for the past 6 years since the inception of the strategic plan, the decisions that we've made at our schools have revolved around these goals. Culture and student wellness are the heart of our work. We know that for our students to thrive, they need to feel safe, healthy, and seen. To meet this goal, we are investing in the people who support our students the most. And then I list off teachers and counselors and administrators and SEIs and support staff and interventionists. And that is to ensure that our schools are trauma responsive and inclusive of every child's unique story. And we've been working hard to build schools where every student feels a sense of belonging. We're also reimagining what student success looks like by giving our students some voice, choice, agency, and leadership in their own education. Students are setting their own goals and leading some of their own learning. And with our high-quality ELA and math programs and our electives, we are ensuring that school is both challenging and exciting. And around information and communication, we really strive to keep our parents, our caretakers, and our community members connected to our journey. We keep our website updated and send regular newsletters. We want the connection between our schools and our families to continue to grow and evolve. And our budget goals that you're about to hear about are in line with our strategic plan and our vision. And then I turn it over to Frank. Oh, there's that Nordic ski.
There's Nordic ski first. So just a couple of things that I want to highlight, and the list is long. bring it together in one of the last slides that I'll be talking. But to talk about student success and engagement, our return to BrainFit, so our BrainFit was something that we've had, it's kind of been on hold. I'm hoping with the addition of a new PE teacher who would like to take that on during one of our electives, which I'll talk a little bit more in a second. There's a return to BrainFit for our students. I know that was something that was very popular. We have a leadership elective. Mr. Schaefer has been taking that on. That's new this year, and what that is, I'll just use one highlight, is a buddy classroom. But it really is about our students giving back to our community within this building and going into different classrooms. They help maintenance, they help the cafeteria folks, they help different teachers during reading time, during academic time, during some of the social, emotional time out on the playground during PE. Wherever there is a need, wherever they can make a difference with our kiddos. And I can tell you that in this room, especially because I'll come in, and I think I have a picture there, some of the older kids are reading to the younger kids, or sitting through in these little nooks and crannies, or sitting in classrooms with them. And the look on kids' faces, how they light up when they see sort of that big brother, big sister come through the door, I think it's really powerful. Our winter activities that we have, we go to the hill, as everybody knows. We have bowling, we have swimming,
Rock climbing.
rock climbing. Yep. So there's a number. I tried to do a cooking one, but that didn't go off the ground yet. But I want to, and so that's something I'll work on. But those winter activities, just another highlight for students. Kinders in the woods. We have our kindergartens that go. Obviously during winter activities, they're not doing that because we have a place for them. Our volunteers in this building that come in for the Reading Olympics, and just all of the reading that we have that Tina Scan has been working on. It's been fantastic. The Geo and Science Fair. The Science Fair was new this year. It's the first time that we did it, and I think the turnout was fantastic. Love to build on that. And that's just something new, and I thank Mr. Martin for taking that on. And I definitely think that's going to grow. One of the things that we did was 8th grade students had to partner with elementary students. So they had to have these lab partners, if you will, to bring them along with their science fair, something we'll build on. We will have Winter Carnival on Friday, and I'm excited about this because it coincides with the Olympics. So we're going to have a little fake torch run, if you will, on our street. That's going to go down to a little bonfire that we're actually going to have Mr. Samuel light, as symbolizing the lighting of the Olympics, with different classrooms being different countries. We have a number of activities, from cardboard sledding. Yeah, they're really excited. So just another sort of, right, not in between the books, but an experience for kiddos and our older kids working with younger kids. So that'll be what that is. Thank you. Information and communication, as Christine pointed out, I send out weekly newsletters, and I can tell you that when I see folks in the morning, when you see me, it's a little cold, people aren't talking, but when their windows are down, I do get a lot of feedback of, hey, I appreciate you sending out that, or I appreciate that you blasted out something of an event that happened at school, or something along those lines. So I'm proud of the weekly newsletters because I try to incorporate all the great things that we're doing and keep that line of communication open. A lot of times I get phone calls and emails that'll say, hey, I saw this in the newsletter, got a quick question, but at least I know that they saw the newsletter, and that's really important to me in highlighting things that we're doing. I put weekly data dives in here. This is something that I'm stressing within this building when we talk about information. And weekly, Michael, myself, and our team, we look at discipline each week. We look at attendance each week, tardies. I'll run a report that coincides with something we're doing within the supervisory union about discipline and discipline data dives with our teams. That then goes also through our MTSS and our SEIs to kind of take a look globally, but then kind of narrow it down as best we can, whether it be by grade or by 6 to 8 and K to 5. So that happens on a weekly basis, and Michael and I are continuously in communication about that data. Our SEL programming, and that's again about information, getting our counselors out into classrooms and working on the social emotional aspect, which is kind of all of this, I think, kind of put together. And things like lunch with a loved one that we have, and I'm looking forward to the next one that we have coming up. I'm experiencing a lot of firsts here, and it has just been great, the overwhelming support and participation that I see from this community. I think it's fantastic. part of the street plan of culture and student wellness. This is a number that came across in a meeting Christina and I had last week, and I hadn't looked at the number, but we're at a 95% attendance rate.
Awesome.
And it's incredible, and I look back historically, and it hasn't always been that way, and it's a number of things, and there's never one, but I do think some of the things that I've mentioned when we have these activities, when we have the leadership groups, when we have the older kids working with the younger kids, and giving them purpose and reason to be here, and importance, right? And I think that's kind of what adds into that number. Some other things we do, as you know, student assembly recognition, Caught You Being Good cards, the Leader in Me, which is the buddy teacher, and festivals that we've had that really have been driven by some of the 6 to 8 kiddos. And then again, our SEL program with our counseling, I think, is very important in reaching out to our students. I get my eyes will not let me see that far. So I will read from here. I just kind of go through some of the accomplishments that some I've mentioned, some that I didn't get a chance to, but our annual school play is another success. Our winter concerts that we have, our athletes on and off the field, I think is important to be recognized as well. Return of a student representative to the school board. I can tell you this is the first school board that I've had a consistent student representative, and I think it's great. Emily and I actually talked quite a bit. Today we had a conversation about whether she should be here or not, but she reached out to kind of say, hey, do you think it's something I should be at? And that kind of started the conversation with, well, what do you think about? So I just am happy to have her, and she's excited to be, so I think just another example of what our students are capable of. 5 students that are participating in algebra courses at Windsor High School. I just think it's worth highlighting. I know that's always a conversation of algebra and where it's being taught and how many students, but
It all should be in relation to how many students there are.
Right.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Absolutely.
That's
Small.
33%.
That's 30, yes,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
33%.
That's huge.
that is, and I think that's worth mentioning as well.
Yeah.
And then our Lighthouse Leader and Me, student leadership events, again, all the things that we have going on. Talk a little bit just about our middle school students and where they go and where they've headed. I know a number of them have attended already and shadowed at different schools, and are starting to make their choices. Just wanted to highlight some of those things. Worth mentioning the fundraising that goes on in this building, especially during budget, and they're raising around almost $7,000 for the 8th grade students, all the work that they've done.
Where are they
We
going?
just
I know,
That's
that's
like,
like,
I know, like, where are they going? That's a good chunk of change.
I mean, they usually go to Lake
She
George,
gives them,
Yeah.
she gives them,
but they usually have,
Opportunity
many
to
years they've
select.
gone.
Yeah,
But
they're going
maybe
through
with
some
that chunk of
selection
change,
boards.
they can go.
they can go on a coach bus.
Yeah, I think they go on the coach bus. Yeah. Another thing that we have is just our 7th and 8th graders, the community work that they do, offer through the leadership group or within our own community, and it's worth highlighting as well. And I talk about every month that we honor students, that we recognize Caught You Being Good cards again, and then the last part is, I'm just excited, I can't wait to forget here, is the book vending machine, which I believe is in transit, so it should be here soon again, just to promote and support the great work that we're doing with them.
Right. Can we add something? This is great. I love it.
Yeah,
Can we add
please.
something about the grant that we got to cover ski runners this year? Because just for historical context, that's been a little bit of
We
a.
put it into the budget. And
It
then took
used to be
out
in the
of
budget,
and we
and then
took
they
it
got
from the
grant
budget.
funded through the rec. It was really
Right.
the rec's.
But I think just for
Lift,
people
not
to
our
know
lift,
that
right?
we are really working hard to find other sources of
Absolutely.
revenue for those kinds of activities.
And I
was
would say-
thinking something very similar.
Yeah, and I would
Um,
say, make sure we recognize the rec though, that, like,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
not like we raise the funds for it.
Yep,
Okay. Yeah, I will. put that
but
in.
community members, like along with, you know, just to.
Because that
Yeah,
was
I
like
probably, you know what I'll
10,000.
do is another slide
that
and
was like
just kind of.
10,000.
I think
45.
20. Oh, 35, yeah.
45, I
45.
Yeah.
Because every kid gets a season's pass.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it was 45.
I'm gonna dedicate
And
a
I think
page
she's
to
working next
community.
year to try to cover for
Just have another
chaperones and
little thing with
kindergartners,
community and look-
or
look at
anybody that
that.
agrees to like chaperone that
I
day.
think, talking about the fruits and the vegetables.
Oh, I was gonna
yeah,
say the
that's-
grant, the fresh
Yeah,
veggie grant.
because like, that one that's a great,
I would
thing
love
to
a
talk
number
about.
of just like what, I don't even know if he, is it Ethan, what's his name?
Ian.
Ian.
I'm so
It was
close
like
to
a
the name.
It's like a
Um,
$70,000 grant.
Yeah, like how much So like, what does that equate in like food going out? Like fruits and vegetables kids are actually eating, which is kind of crazy.
I'll talk to him
every
about
day,
what he puts out and what that looks like.
There's green
That
beans
be-
in there, and I really wanted.
Yeah, I was gonna say what the gross
Walked,
tonnage is
yeah.
of what's
the pounds of
consumed or
leeks,
something.
veggies that kids are just like open
Also important to
eating?
point out that we are protecting it from being stolen by
By.
rogue adults visiting the school at
I
night.
know, I just like, can I have some
I-
green beans, please?
Sometimes I grab some fruit.
No, it's closed.
It's locked.
Locked.
It's locked.
It's locked, they locked up the green beans.
Well, and my guess is
Who locks up the green beans? I mean, I guess.
So the
it's
whole
the
bathroom.
restaurant.
You got that on your list.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I have two. I'm gonna do, actually, I'll do 2 more slides, if that's okay, and maybe I'll cut some things that I duplicate there.
Yeah.
So that I narrow it down, but I think something dedicated to our community and all the things that we
And I
talk
would
about.
say something, I
Steve,
mean, we can also, like, a huge
PTO.
shout out to the PTO.
Yep, yep.
And all the work that they've done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much to put in and how much not to
Yeah.
put in, so this is helpful for me, 'cause-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, I think for people to know sort of the good things happening here, but again, just to reiterate the efforts that are being made to
made outside.
find resources outside of.
Thank you. If
tax
you think of
dollars.
anything else, please let me know. Very helpful.
If there's any, like, and here's the thing that gets brought up frequently is like academic data about like scores and things that have like improved, like you'll have people, community members who will be like,
Yeah.
can you give us the improvement from last year
Yeah.
to
All
this
these
year?
programs are feel good,
Yeah.
but what are we really?
Yeah, like we're
I know
gonna
we're
teach
still waiting
students, so.
for the rest
That's
of
the
our
problem,
data.
is that
Yeah.
this is, it seems like every year we don't actually have the data.
It's smacked right in the middle of
Yeah.
when we are.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so it's
we
like
have
something
start
yesterday.
the fall data, and we'll have the
Some-
star
We'll
data.
take a look. It's
Yeah,
star
I'll
data I
put it
need
on
for
our
the
list,
rest
yeah.
for next week for the middle.
Right, so.
Yeah, but that's.
And there's also, do you compare it to state, do you compare it
Because
to
only then we
national?
have just
And we
some
can look at last
Question.
year's data.
Giving her to prior?
Yeah, for a year.
And
Right.
maybe it's coming up later in the slides, but like while we're talking about highlighting the alternative resources we're finding, is it also worth like showing folks, like, unfortunately, like we've cut X number of positions over,
Yep,
it's coming
that's
up,
coming
okay.
up.
Yes.
So I feel like, yeah, everything just keeps getting cut, and
Mhm.
Yeah, we're still
And
able
that
to do these.
starts-
yeah.
And hopefully this slide is, do we include this health insurance?
Yeah, I think that's in
Yeah,
there.
it's in there.
All right, so then,
Thank you.
excuse me. We move on to the budget portion of the presentation. And Frank, I think these are yours. You're gonna open this one. We're gonna talk about the fiscal year and the budget goals before, and then the cuts come up and then we turn it over to Larry.
Do you want me to do anything?
Or Beth could do some.
I don't care.
Another question is about
I'm
the
happy to sit
intro,
there
are we
quietly.
going
Just be
to say
pretty.
Just be
anything
pretty.
about
Do you
our
want
session?
Oh, you are
Do
pretty.
you want to do these two that come in
I
right
can.
after
It's up
fiscal
to
to
you.
start? The budget goals,
I think yes,
previous
but
cuts?
very,
No.
just even, so my question to Christine was whether or not we wanna sort of acknowledge Act 73. I think it is impossible to present our work to generate a budget outside the context of this very, very unusual time in Vermont
Yeah.
educational policy and funding.
Yep.
Which is that we're all in a little bit of
Wait and see,
limbo,
wait and
right?
see.
So
Mhm.
there's sort of a lot
Yeah,
of
we can put that in.
unanswered questions about what, you know, especially for a town like Hartland where we know there's gonna be a lot of changes in high school, and we know that our tuition drives a huge amount of our costs, like how much do we remove from our K-8 education to fund a tuition system that is going to be
Yeah.
completely different in 3 or 4 years?
So part of me says like we just need to get through what we have, like what our budget is, and then is there something around what did we struggle with building this budget and X everything is really
Yeah.
big.
I mean, it
Yeah.
really could just even be like one comment on like,
Yeah.
this is in the room with all of us, is this law that
Yeah.
has
That
been
we still know
passed,
nothing about.
the
Yeah.
details of which are not known to any of us.
Yeah.
And so we can't tell you anything about it, but we wanna
Do that.
we wanna just like name for everybody, as you look at this, understand that while we were crafting this, it
Mhm.
is.
Beth, do you want to take a part?
She was like, it's nice.
We just went over a couple of slides, and I don't know if that's
Yeah.
something you want to do. I was just sharing where we were.
Larry, did I take your seat?
No.
He's just gonna look over your shoulder menacingly.
Well, I mean, I did kinda take your seat, I
If he
usually
wants to,
sit
he
there.
wants to do the
but-
budget goals.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
she
your
just
seat
said, yeah.
sometimes.
Do you wanna go over the cuts from the past couple of years?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, cause I think we've been, it's been part of it, yeah.
So I'll put you on there. We'll share
Not
the-
through all of it, baby, sorry.
We'll share, we will
As
share
an
the
always
information
measured,
with
I
you.
have no idea.
22.
Samara's 15, yeah, I
You've
started
been
when
here
she
for a
was
long
5.
time. Yeah, you've been here. Okay, so Beth will do that.
Can you send this to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure can.
This is the kind of situation where it doesn't make me nervous. You know what?
P.S. When I drove by today, Theo was outside.
In a t-shirt?
No, but he was like shoveling, but he was shoveling the sidewalk, and like, I just wish I could take pictures of his face as he was doing. He was like,
Oh.
and like, he was just like throwing snow everywhere. I was like, I don't know what you're
Like
shoveling.
undoing the work of the town.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I loved
Give me
it.
a plate.
Do those goals apply to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the goals.
Yeah, so we will build, and then previous cuts,
Oh, the playground.
yep,
Oh, yeah.
well, yeah, we're going back.
Yeah.
While naming that,
26.
I mean, because it was cut,
So,
do
yeah, I
you,
would
do you
say go
wanna
back for a
mention
second.
that
So
was
then- so
funded
can we put-
through a grant?
Yeah, can we say playground,
It
and
was
then
cut,
like
but then
beside it, cut,
If somebody says,
but
well,
then
you've gotta do
funded
an
through a
outside.
grant.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Just a thought.
yeah, that's like another,
I'll
two
put it-
full-time educators,
Not
Furniture.
grant funded.
two full-time
Yeah.
that were not grant funded. Well, the two full-time educators were the ones, this is the two kind from the, what do you call it, funds
ESSER.
from
ESSER
ESSER
funds.
funds, yeah, COVID, yeah.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then
something like
furniture and
totally
lockers.
semantics, but when you say something about the PE teacher, he's a new PE teacher, but I'm worried people listening to that might think we're adding a position.
So make sure
But it's
it's
just like-
billing.
It's not an
Billing.
additional.
Billing.
Not a
Billing.
teacher, it's
All
the
right.
only PE teacher.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, I was like, wait, we didn't add a.
Singular PE
Yeah,
teacher
just so
that we have
people
not
know that
added.
like we have a
Yes.
substitute.
So,
So-
last year's cuts,
So this is FY,
Funding.
they were made in 25-4-26. So I'm gonna change that, cause I think that,
which one, these cuts?
well, yeah, because these are
We're to the
23,
FY
24, these are
26
24,
budget.
25, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
will
and we,
change
so
that.
2 more full-time educators that year.
Yeah.
They currently staff.
So
PE
basically
teacher,
5
currently
full-time
staff-
educators in the last 3 years we've cut.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, you can't
Thank
see the
you,
real-
state of Vermont.
Change this
Thanks
budget.
for keeping us.
Okay.
Well, it's the.
Yep,
And
they were
Beth, you'll
cutting
go
a
over those.
half.
We'll share this with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can go over those.
Okay. And then Larry comes on with the budget information, so
So
Larry.
there's a link to the budget book, you can scan the QR code, it's been on the website since October. It is now February, so it's all
Okay,
available
Larry, you don't need to
see.
point that out to everyone, because no one has looked at it probably, but don't need to
That's the
feel bad
CMO's
about it.
asking for us some commentary.
I was told to speak slower, so I'm speaking slower.
Good
Last
job,
night
you're
we
doing
had
a
to
great
run
job,
through
Larry,
lots
keep
of
it up.
Last night I was speaking too fast.
Yeah. I
So,
got to realize
so, all the detail is in that budget book. Here are some high overview parts of the budget. First is, the budget drivers, everybody talked about health insurance, and you can see this shows the trend line since fiscal year 19. Fiscal year 19 and prior, health insurance was negotiated at a local level. So the same way we negotiate our contracts with our association, so right now, we have a contract for teachers and support staff. The teachers end 27 and the support staff is 28. And Woodstock would negotiate with their teachers their health insurance, and Windsor Southeast would negotiate with their teachers' health insurance, and Burlington would negotiate with their teachers' health insurance. In fiscal year 19, that was taken away, and in fiscal year 20, it moved to the state under Act 11. And you can see the orange line shows the family plan of a gold CDHP plan, which is the vast majority of our employees, I would say 80% use gold CDHP. So in fiscal year 19, a family plan was $19,150, and it's we're estimating for VIII over $43,000 in fiscal year 27. So it has more than doubled since fiscal year 19, and an individual plan has gone from $6,913 to over $15,000, again, more than doubling. Next. Other budget drivers include the contracted salary increases I was talking about, which are less than health insurance has been going up. but it is up 5.5%. The benefits, which I just kind of talked about, and that includes all benefits, that's not just health insurance, that's everything, and as a total. So as there are reductions, that would take away some of the 4.9, right? So if there were no reductions, that 4.9 would be like 7. Special education increase is passed at the SU level. The SU assessment for special ed for Hartland is up 30%. The SU budget's up 16%. 14.6% of that 16% is special education. 1.4% of that is non-special education spending, which includes the business office, the superintendent, IT, the curriculum office, HR, and so on, and diversity, equity, inclusion. So you can see the blue is what we are planning for next year, and those are the primary budget drivers, as opposed to health insurance. Those are the other primary drivers.
And sorry, Larry, this is at the SU level or this is the local level?
This is your local
Okay,
share of
okay.
the SU level.
Local share of the SU, okay.
Yeah.
So is that just that your budget?
The SU budget's up 16%,
So we're up 700,000 on SU.
482,000.
Isn't that just the special ed?
That's correct.
Got it, okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So with these three, it's
These
700,000.
three, it's 700,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, but only this is the SU.
Only special ed is the
Yes,
SU.
these are
Got it, the
local.
other two are
Okay,
local,
so
okay,
those were
so local, and then local share of SU.
So I guess
Special ed.
I could change, I
Okay,
could put SU before special education.
that's fine, I just,
No.
Next,
So this is enrollment, which we need to fill in for this year.
should that come before?
Yeah, I'm wondering where that should go.
I put that under,
Do you have
before,
high
I put that
school
before
enrollment?
budget goals maybe.
Yeah, we move it. It's kind of
Yeah, put it-
place there. Right before budget goals.
I would think the enrollments
Yeah,
before the budget,
okay.
Or right after the goals, and then
or
this
right
is our
after the goals,
enrollment,
one or the
yeah.
other.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, Larry, here you go. I moved this, so, there you go.
This shows how much of your budget dollar is broken out the different parts of your budget. So some people have found it effective to look at the dollar, and a little less than 42% is your local budget. 28% of your budget, the pink, is high school tuition, because you don't operate a high school at Hartland. And SU special education is 17%. SU administration operations is less than 10%. Early childhood less than 2%. And food service is a little over 1% of your total budget dollar. This shows the last 5 fiscal years and projecting out, so the last 4 fiscal years and what we're estimating for next year, using the latest joint fiscal office information, the percentage increase or decrease of the homestead tax rate, that line being 0%, meaning if it was flat. Obviously it has not been flat, it was slightly down in FY23, and it rose in 24, there was a big spike in 25, and then it was a lower spike, and we're about 5% for estimating for FY27, slightly down from 26 to 27.
How are we equivalent to 24?
oh, down a little bit.
Down a little bit.
Slightly down from 24.
And so this does not correlate to the actual tax increase though, right? This is just the,
This is a homestead rate percentage increase or decrease over time
Before the CLA?
after the CLA,
After the CLA.
because you're a district, you're a single district.
and so 25, the fiscal year 25, a huge portion of that was related to that CLA. That's why it went up so much. The tax rate went up so much that year.
Taxes are 27.
Yes, I mean,
It was,
CLA,
that was
it
driven
could-
off by the CLA.
that was the first year of the LTW ADM.
And so,
Also.
and it was the, financial cliff, like we had ESSER positions.
Got it,
Yeah,
okay,
that was like the,
okay.
It's also kind of, if you look at Vermont as a state, kind
a lot of
Everybody's
people's graphs look like
Got it,
that.
okay.
They all look
Okay.
Green Mountain looking.
Yeah.
Okay. But are there people that will look at this and think this means that the taxes
Taxes are
are
going
not
down?
going up? Yeah. No, because they'll see that the budget is up. And so
Yeah, I
this
mean,
is
if they
just the
read
rate of
it,
the budget.
it's,
Got it, okay.
this is 0% decrease and increase. It shows the percentage increase or decrease over time. So for example, in
So
23,
it's still a percent increase, cause
Yes,
it's
it
above
is.
the line, no matter what,
because you're above the zero.
yeah.
Less-
And to show you what that means to a
It's like
homeowner,
really confusing.
what, maybe this chart will be less confusing. What it means to an actual homeowner is if you have a $100,000 house, your taxes would go up annually $128, roughly $10 a month. If you had a $400,000 house, it would be $500. So, that's how the
It's a lot better than the like
Annual.
annual,
million
annually.
thousand that it went up last year. Much more better.
Okay, so this slide is confusing, yeah?
It is a little bit confusing to me, but if I'm alone, then ignore it. I just think it implies, I think it's just important to say that this is a percentage
Percentage decrease, increase?
in relationship to
It's a percentage increase in.
of
decrease.
growth. It's a percentage of growth,
Yeah.
right? So
Or
it's like-
decrease.
Or,
In 23 it was a decrease.
okay, fine, but it's a relationship
Mostly
to
growth,
growth,
yes.
right?
Can I suggest
Or
a
change.
different model?
Maybe do bars.
I was gonna say, I think bars might be your better bet, because like, looking at this, when you see the lines, you're like, oh, taxes went up and taxes are going down. And I think that if you have bars,
Then you could label each bar like what
Like-
percent it is of say,
Above.
and say 10% increase, like you could actually put that in there.
Yeah.
So it's no matter
Yeah.
what, it's
Yeah.
an increase.
just
And
like
then you
bars
could-
instead of
Like 2003, you could label it.
We just need a new
this
model.
amount, decrease.
That's what we talk about my students with.
But I still think, I mean, because like on this, it appears that fiscal year 27 is a lower tax percentage rate.
The tax rate, because tax rates in Vermont are not necessarily in line with budgets, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
They're different, and because of many factors like the CLA and the yield. It shows that 27 taxes will increase less than 26, 25, and 24. Is that a better way of saying it?
Yes, but they still are increasing above 26. Like that makes it appear like fiscal year 27 is lower than fiscal year 26. It's not lower than 26. It's
Your tax number.
more than 26 than 26 was to 25.
Yeah.
Your tax increase will be
Your
less
percentage
than
increase
last
is less
year.
than last
But
year.
it's still an
It's
increase.
still an increase.
It's still an
Right.
increase, because it's over
Yes.
0%, yes.
So I think that, yeah.
I can do the chart with,
But I think just making sure we use it like.
this is already printed,
The percent.
but for the presentation.
This one's not different.
Oh.
No.
This is beautiful, by the way. I love this.
Yeah.
I love
This
This chart is what we're talking
Yeah,
about right now.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's,
But for the presentation, if it's easier to do bars, I'll do bars.
but just so you know, this is in the budget book that's gone to print.
That's cool. I mean,
Like the one for the.
As long as we
We're
feel
not
comfortable that
doing
we can
like giant
explain it to
budget book.
people,
You mean
that
book
like,
that's going
when
to-
you look at fiscal year 27 and you see something around 5%, what that tells you is there is a 5% increase in the tax rate
Yes.
above what
what it is now.
the zero line, which was set by 26, and, right? Because the zero line is what it, if the tax rate was equal to 26, that would be the zero line.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. If it's easier to show it with bars, I can do that. I think it'll look very similar.
Yeah.
It'll say 5.9% here and 5.2% here.
It's just that I think what's important for people to know is that the 0% does not represent a static absolute
If taxes
value.
never increased, everything would be this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they increase 1 year and then increase again, you're not gonna see that as a duplicate.
What we did for Weathersfield, for example, was they have a very similar, it looks very similar.
Yeah.
Except for 27.
It's going
So-
up.
so- Yeah, and the average, it's an average increase, but look how much they are below the zero line in 23, 24, so the average increase was 2.8% over time,
Uh-huh.
and 3.9% for Mouska. So I can, for the presentation, if it's easier to do bars, I can do that. I don't think we should show both.
No,
At the
I don't, and I
presentation.
don't know that bars is necessary. I just wanna understand that the zero, that number which is represented by 0% changes every column of the graph, right? Every year, that 0% absolute value is based upon last year's. It's not stable.
That's correct.
Okay. So
This
as
is
long as-
showing the homestead tax rate increase or decrease as a percentage
in relation
over
to the
time.
okay.
over time.
Okay, sorry. I
So
don't mean to
23
fix
went
it up,
down a
I
little
just-
bit, 24 went up a little bit, 25 went up a
Right.
lot, 26 it went down a fair amount compared to 25, but still up, and 27 slightly down.
I can't wait for the days when it's below the zero. That's ever gonna happen.
What do y'all think? You want bars or?
Is it the next one?
No, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's just, yeah,
But the explanation at the meeting
is important.
will be important.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to see people, they're gonna look and be like, oh, our taxes are
Yeah.
going down. And it's like,
Your
well,
taxes
no,
are
no, no,
not
no.
going
Yeah.
They're going down less.
They're
Going
going up
down less
less.
than
They're
they
going
went
up
up
less
last
than they
year.
were.
They're going up less.
They're going up less than they were
They're
last
going
year.
Up less than they were
Yeah.
last year. Yeah. Okay, and then,
And that shows what it means to a homeowner, which is,
Yeah, this is
when I
helpful.
find,
This is
when I
actually-
find the
yes.
average person, what, you
This
know,
is all
that's
we
what,
get.
that's what I look at, you know,
Yes.
they don't, because of the, influence between the homestead rate and the CLA,
Yep,
this is what really matters.
I
What
think,
are your-
I personally find this one to be the most helpful.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
and you have a note there, it's light, that it doesn't reflect income sensitivity programs.
These
so-
do not reflect any income sensitivity, so if you make less than $119,000 in Vermont, you
Yeah,
get
that's what I was gonna
income
say.
sensitivity based on a very
Which is a huge
graduated
percent,
system. What?
It's a huge
Yeah.
percent of our town.
Yes, a huge percent of town would get a, income sensitivity on their property taxes on a graduated buy down, so it's really hard for me to show it person by person.
Would it be useful anywhere in the presentation or on cards or something to have some type of link for people to get that form? I know that came up at a meeting last year, people wanted to know the name of the form. So maybe we could try to find a way to have that accessible to people.
Okay. The income,
Income sensitivity,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right, I remember that. Okay, and then I think that is the
Voting day information.
voting day, which
Let's
is
vote.
3-3, 7-7.
Anyone can take this slide. Not that.
I can do it, sure. Everyone
Beth will
vote
do that
these.
one. That's a good, yeah, Beth, that'd be good to say.
Is that it? That's it? I don't wanna say and that's it.
Yeah,
That makes it sound bad.
And scene.
And
And
scene.
scene.
Yeah.
Then
Unless
will the
you-
moderator open up the floor for questions?
So, I'm sorry, did I just miss this? Are we gonna talk about what we're cutting? Did we include what we're cutting this year? And what we are adding?
No.
Did I don't think I saw that
Technically,
slide.
no.
No.
I think we should, right?
We didn't add that.
No,
Good call.
all of what we did,
There
we
was
didn't
hardship
have
this
in.
year.
What?
just gave
There was
them-
hardship,
There was
so
hardship.
we should probably
There was
discuss it.
hardship.
Yeah.
So let me put it,
Hardship,
I'll
not-
put it after the FY 20,
26.
I'll put FY 20. yeah.
7 cuts,
Proposed-
yes, I think,
proposed
Yeah, yeah, I
FY
can explain
27.
those.
And I can, you can do that.
Yeah,
Beth.
yeah,
At the-
yeah, because we
Right.
cut,
So these are FY 26.
SELA.
She was like.
And we did add a half.
We did have
I'm like, I don't even remember at this point.
0.5 half
Yeah.
intervention. No.
So FY 20,
Oh my God.
And if, when you say that, I think like acknowledging again what we have heard from taxpayers about the desire for school to really focus on these outcomes
Yeah,
in education and sort of really wanting to like invest resources
and we're
in.
finding our testing.
Yeah, like we've done that with reading interventionists. Yep, yep, yep.
so Frank, I've added this slide.
Yep.
Yep. And I can, okay,
I'll cover it.
and this will be Beth, okay.
No, in
Good.
the past, we have shown a lot more of like, this is how much we added to, like, this is how much that, like, this is how much the budget's gone up relative to last year in dollar amounts. We showed the breakdown of that increase to some degree, right, cause our budget has gone up,
Was it 600,000, 500?
5%.
so do we want to include anything about that or no? Do we want to say this is the budget and?
I mean, it says it on the back of this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's per pupil spending, 5.24%. 5.2%.
Okay.
5.2% is what the total budget's
I
at.
think it would be important to have that in there.
And you know that it's going up 600,000,
500, yeah,
sorry,
that's all right.
So add a slide.
you're so good at numbers.
Percentage.
And then, but what we can say is like that, 700,000 of that right there is explained by,
Yeah,
Again,
and that's just
again, I know we
can
probably
it
sound
go
like
with
broken record to people to
the-
say like, this is out of
maybe
our
around the same
control,
one that
like,
has this like.
even cutting teachers, the
even-
costs go up with.
Because how much
But
is
saying
total
it in
budget
many
go
Well,
up?
that was in
ways
there.
might
Wait.
be
How
worth
much
it.
is the dollar amount?
I
that
started
went
to
up?
say 600, but Larry pointed out it's actually only
Yeah.
500.
So that one's
88.
in there.
88.
5.24%.
So
Your
we,
per pupil spending is up to
5.24.
2%.
so we had mandatory, this is what you eat this,
Uh-huh.
and we're actually under that,
That's
so.
right, yeah, yeah.
The reason it's under that is because you have tuition savings.
And because we
Next
bought
year
down
it's
some of
not
our
gonna
budget,
Yeah,
with
right.
that 200,000.
But like next
We need to
year,
emphasize that.
we also need to know that like next year, it's not gonna look like we're gonna be stuck again, depending on how this all floats out.
Because
We're gonna be stuck
tuition,
again.
because high school will not change next year, right?
It's only gonna
changing
go
in
up.
2027, what year, yeah, but there's going to be a year at which the high
We
school
no longer
dynamics are
will
gonna.
have choice.
Yeah, like we're losing choice,
Well,
We don't know.
Yeah,
We don't know.
probably.
we don't know.
Potentially, maybe. I don't know.
Unlikely
Nobody
next year.
knows. Yeah.
And
Unlikely
nobody
next year.
included
Nobody-
tuition caps.
You may lose your
at
superintendent.
73.
No one capped anything.
No one
That
capped
would've been an
anything, okay.
easy,
Yep.
that would've been an easy thing for Act 73 to do, was to just be like,
There was a recommendation to cap spending,
no, I don't wanna cap
But not
spending.
cost,
High school
not
tuition.
tuition.
not tuition, just your overall budget.
No.
What was that, 3%?
But they can
3%.
set their budget however they want and then charge us whatever they want.
Exactly.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's,
Borrowed that
that's
for a
what.
second.
that's-
Literally happened last year.
Color.
That's exactly what they do.
yeah,
I mean,
so
everyone-
all of a sudden tuition's gonna be 30,000 a year.
Yeah, the
Newsletter.
whole thing in the newsletter.
Do we want that?
Yeah,
Yes.
In the newsletter, yes.
Okay.
Do you wanna change the, are we keeping this the same? We decided to keep
Let's
this?
just keep
If
it.
you already printed it.
So,
ideally this year, if people really wanna vote down the budget, they'll do it the first time, we don't have to do the budget 3 times.
I'll talk to,
Like, show up the first time, we've warned the
So I'm
meetings.
gonna send this in a separate,
email?
yep, and then I will include it,
Yeah.
then in
and
my
an
weekly
invite
from
to
now
the,
until
yep,
then.
and then an invite to the meeting, and everything from now
Yeah.
and then.
Is it worth including that link for the income sensitivity when it
Yeah.
gets
Ooh, I
sent
love that
out?
idea, yeah.
I mean, I think-
Alright, we'll sit down and,
Yeah.
we'll collaborate.
Um,
So,
Okay.
and
Thank
also remind people that like, you know, it is, like, there is a Zoom link to go
As I
along
was just
with
gonna
this
say,
as
there
well.
is a digital link,
There,
and we
yeah.
can, in the, last year we did were able to take calls
Yeah.
from
We
online,
did,
so we'll do
we
that
did.
again. Right, Ray?
Do you guys feel like you need help with AV setup at Damon Hall?
yeah,
Okay,
we're,
As I
we're
said,
covered, yeah.
we've got-
great.
So a link
Cracker
to
Jack
the
team.
income sensitivity and the Zoom link to the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the Zoom portion, is there any way to kind of protect ourselves from what happened a couple meetings ago?
With the drop-in,
Yeah. No,
Oh,
seriously, like,
that's
can
right.
I know.
someone, can someone be like
A host?
monitoring?
the host has to let you in.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to know, all they have to do is
Forgot
put
about
like
that.
I mean, I do
Lucy
have to let
Jackson
people
as their
in.
name and you're gonna
I
like
mean,
get let in,
typically,
right?
if you don't have an SU email, I have to let you in. I don't
We
know.
can mandatory mute everyone who's not us,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
The-
yeah, yeah,
The
no, that's
host
what
can
we did.
mandatory mute
No,
and
it was,
then,
it was
Yeah.
automatically, no one could unmute themselves
I did that last time,
unless
yeah, yeah.
you allowed it.
but the
Correct.
person that dropped in with the ridiculous whatever,
I don't
were you
remember.
there for
They
that
did
meeting?
like-
You were not
they
at
did
that
like
meeting.
screen
Was that Chris's
sharing or
birthday?
something?
Yes,
SU,
yes,
yeah.
they, and it was some like kind of like lewd music
A lot of
and.
horse.
There was a horse involved.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it was somebody like so not
Profanity.
even.
Oh, it
from
was
the-
like,
yeah.
who knows, somebody
What meeting
found.
was that? I can't remember.
I
I
don't
did my
know.
first one.
Was it?
I
It
don't,
was-
I wasn't there
it was-
either. It was the one
you're
in,
like, this is how they
it was
normally
December
are.
2nd, I think. Cause I wasn't there and I was watching
wasn't
it
there,
at
the
work
only one I
on the
missed.
loudspeaker and
Did
then it came on and I'm
Did you have
like,
it at
is this
the
a
SU
commercial or
meeting
something?
We'll
Did
have
you
to
have it at
break.
the SU too? I don't even.
So,
All right,
let's
anyway,
not have
okay.
that happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
so
Good
now
point.
we need
Slide.
to,
It shows the percent increase.
Period.
You want a slide before that slide,
This,
before that slide. So you want, right, enrollment can't be there.
no, it's not, it just has
Yeah,
a.
alright, so you want,
Here, use this one,
Are you
because,
guys going to that VIII day? That one's got-
so, let's do it right there.
yeah,
It's like
After
mine's
the budget
got
book.
Okay.
Right.
You'll do that one?
Yeah.
okay.
When's the meeting?
On Saturday.
February 17th, you have time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Doug said it was on some computers at work. You obviously knew about it, so you knew about it.
okay. Beth,
I
I'll
am
share
with
this
you.
with you.
Well,
You know, like the data
Yes,
on
I'm
where-
with- I mean,
you're still working.
they've
I would love to
been
give it,
over
should we have the
like
resources?
per diem.
Correct.
Yeah,
Back
and I mean, I'll
to
probably
back.
type
I
a
just
few
think you
things
should
in the
know
notes,
that.
like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the notes in the bottom or something.
Yep.
Mhm.
You've got access to it.
I think
Too.
also
Make sure you're an editor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's actually working this week.
Right.
So you said
Is there any
I wish I worked
other,
with her. And I-
I'll say if there's any other public out there in digital world too, or here, that has questions around the budget presentation right now, you will have plenty of on the 17th as well to join us if you do have questions as well.
Could I just ask a few questions?
Please.
How many students are in Hartland now?
That's what we're just.
Yeah,
Look at the enrollment.
two,
295, no, that was 40,
no,
45.
222.
223, I think was what it
Does
was.
that
That's
count
okay.
by
That's just
age?
elementary,
That's just elementary.
just
K through
elementary.
eight.
And that's not pre-K, so we gotta get those numbers.
Is that K through 8?
This must be.
Yeah,
It's
that's
1
the
through,
K3.
okay, through 8, okay.
That's amazing.
And there's 120, 130, what was the high school? I think it was
It says
128.
128
132.
So you said 222?
So we have
We gotta double
128 high
check the
school
number, I thought we
students
had.
that we also are paying for
128
that
high
tuition.
school.
Yeah.
So 410?
I did have.
And 222
310.
pre-K.
128 high school,
That's what I'm just saying right here.
223.
And
is what I-
223.
220, 222 or 223. And then,
Hold on, I'm seeing an error in our
Yeah.
our handout.
So how does 595?
We're serving over
No, sorry.
590
That
No,
includes high school.
350, I think I
Engaging
got.
students through leadership, tuitioning 128 high school students, operating a pre-K-12 school that serves
that's
200.
it should be pre-K, that's an error, I'll fix that.
Pre-K-8 school
Yeah.
that serves 220?
222.
222, okay.
48 pre-K.
And 48. So overall, it's 595
No.
from pre-K.
No.
That's not.
No, 350.
I'm just reading the number on the top of the
Yeah,
page.
so the top
Oh.
number doesn't work with.
158.
I'll double check everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around 100,
That's the-
550 total between pre-K
Windsor.
to high school.
That's probably Windsor.
I thought pre-K through
Yeah,
8
but I
was
fixed this
223.
already.
Oh, maybe I printed the wrong one.
Maybe you put the
This might be an old one that I
I think this might
printed.
be an old one.
I thought it said 274
Let's look at the budget.
because I noticed it
It's in
went
the
from like
budget.
We'll get back to
280
you.
something to
Apparently.
270 something for number of students.
There's
I got
Didn't think that was a hard question.
Hard.
What's your second
Yeah.
question?
It's 220.
223.
Who goes here?
Who
Yeah.
are these kids?
Who are these kids? Who's
And
sending
then the
these kids?
pre-K kids that are included are kids that live in Hartland would go to Windsor for pre-K, correct?
But we still-
And now the Four
Some
Corners
do.
Children's Center.
Not until September.
Okay, starting in September.
Did you have a
We
second
just
question? I'm
missed
sorry.
your miss.
222 is the 224.
Yeah, do you still have 2
398.
gym coaches, or do you have
Gym
just
teachers,
one
we
now?
just have one.
One.
Just one?
Yeah,
Yes.
just one position.
Yeah, we cut that.
That was cut last year.
What about vice principals?
We have one
Vice
vice
principal
principal.
now,
Yeah.
still?
Just
Yeah,
me.
whatever.
Yeah,
One principal, one
one
vice.
vice.
And I was just wondering too, because, you know, I haven't been to a school board meeting in a long time. I haven't worked here in Hartland
This is
in
right.
5 years. So I really don't know any of you. And, you know, it'd been nice if you introduced yourself in the beginning, just so that we kind of have an idea who you were.
Should I relate the number? Would you like to
Yeah,
do
oh
that?
yeah, that would be great, yeah.
We'll go around the table. Michael,
I'm
start.
Michael Schaefer, I'm the assistant principal.
Okay, thank you.
I am Ryan Pesanowski and I'm on the board.
I'm Beth Van Swartz and I'm on the board and I have a pre-K and first grader.
Ryan, do you wanna tell about all your children?
Oh, yeah, I got
He's got a- he's got
I got
a-
a first grader,
We didn't mean to quiz you.
how old's Lennon? A 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Like I said. I'm Heather Veneta and I have a 6th grader and a 3rd grader here.
Board member.
And I'm a board member.
And Beth Roy, I'm the board chair, and I have a freshman and a 7th grader as well.
She knows Samara.
You know Samara? Samara's my daughter.
Remember Samara? Oh, you must.
When did,
It's okay, you don't have to. She graduated last
She
year.
just graduated
from,
last year.
yeah, but I haven't been here for 5 years.
Yeah, so she would have been a little one.
And I work
here,
with
though.
the- and
Oh,
I
yeah,
work
you were
with
the old
little
school,
kids,
yeah.
so
I mean, she's bright, but she was not
Yeah.
that bright.
yeah, I didn't know the little kids.
You love her.
Frank Romeo, I'm the principal.
I'm Hannah Ben-Simone. I am a Hartland School alum, also a parent of a 3rd grader, a kindergartner, and then I have a 2-year-old, and I'm a board member.
It's nice to meet you all. I'm Doreen Coral. I worked here for 21 years, then I went to Weathersfield for 5, and just retired last year.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Finally.
We won't
miss
ask
her.
you to pick favorites while it's recording, but we will after. Excellent. All right,
Okay,
Settle on a number?
I don't think so, but that's okay. We can
Someone
get
will,
back.
someone will get a number.
Onward to items for discussion, followed by motions. Sabbatical request.
It's printed in front of me.
Yep,
Yeah,
you
I was
have
gonna
it.
say, everyone should have a printed copy of Anne's, Stephen's sabbatical request. And making sure, I understand just the timing of it, this would be for starting next fall, and would it be the entire school year, or just half the school year?
I think it's at a semester.
Semester, okay, just making sure I read, I'm like, I read that, and making sure, so that would be back in January of 27.
Is this a different version than the original one that was sent? Cause I
think so.
I don't see it saying that she was asking for half compensation.
She was asking for half compensation.
Maybe I'm missing it. I remember reading that at some point.
Yeah, it was somewhere, but
I don't see
Maybe
it.
that was just in the email that we didn't print.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
look. Can get it for you.
I'm gonna go back to the office.
Yep.
Thank you, Larry.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Larry.
Larry. We'll see you on the 17th.
He's gonna
Yeah.
fix it.
Yep, don't sound so excited.
All right, let's
Check all that.
see.
You dreaming numbers?
No, I had to wait for Kate's practice down, so I'm gonna be at the office.
All right.
My computer's very slow, let's try this.
As long as I'm not making it up in someone else.
No,
can-
she did, she
Yeah,
did,
like that was
and,
And then it's full benefits that time, correct?
correct. So, it was, yeah,
January
it was
5th.
in the email,
Yep.
so,
Okay.
she's requesting,
I'm requesting half pay for the semester, as I am supporting myself on one
Yeah.
salary. Yep.
You said historically you can't recall.
I only remember one, in my time here, and to be honest, I don't remember if the board granted half pay or not. I mean, just things to consider, we're gonna have to hire a long-term sub for that position and pay that person, and we negotiate that, long-term subcontract, which also includes benefits for that person in that position. So there is a financial cost to it, you need to be aware of before you make your decision.
And if we granted the sabbatical without pay, I'm just saying here that regardless, that they would receive benefits still.
And her request is for one semester,
Yes.
not for a full year,
Yep.
yes, so
So it's a,
4 months basically. I mean, I love the engagement with her work and the academic pursuit. I think it's a really challenging time in the finances of public education to be able to support a paid sabbatical for a teacher. It does seem to me too that it just really sets a tricky precedent in the building.
I do love this integration of more, I don't know, like craft versus art, and there's always a melding of the two. And so I really love that drive of hers to be able to go toward the more craft of it versus art, and it feels a little more relevant probably to a lot of students, which I think is great, and she's a great teacher.
She's wonderful.
so if I'm thinking about the math correctly on this one, we're really gonna only pay, we would pay 75% of her salary for the year, right? Because half of her, we're paying her half-time for half of a year, so it'd be 75%
Of her salary.
of her salary for the whole year
And benefits.
in benefits.
Yeah.
And then someone coming in, Christine, what is benefit-wise, what does half of a year of benefits look like?
Depends what plan you're on.
Okay, let's pretend it's the most expensive.
$22,000.
$20,000 for half a year.
But that's not what she has.
That's what, I mean, the district pays 80% of the premium and then.
Okay.
But that's what should a person, because your question is a long-term sub that's hired,
Yeah.
that gets
Yeah.
potentially full benefits for half a year. It
Yeah.
could be up to 21,000
Sure.
for their
That's what I was looking
yeah,
For the
health
new
insurance,
person.
And
plus
That,
there's.
but that's half a
But-
year, so full
So
is
it's like 1
40,000.
1/4 person basically.
If it's a long-term sub though, do they just get benefits for those 4 months?
Yes.
As opposed to
Yes.
the whole year, so
Yeah.
it's actually, it'd be, would I be right that it'd be a third
It's
of
not like
the annual
season of
cost?
the summer, like
Because
that kind of
it's,
stuff.
cause they're not getting for the full year like that.
at.
We'll have it
So
right.
15,000 for benefits for the long-term sub,
Roughly,
Okay.
plus,
if it's
Plus
a family plan,
salary
plus salary.
and,
15 sounds like a lot though.
For a family
it's-
plan?
well, 40, I
Oh.
mean, if they pick, you have
40,
to
okay,
account for,
okay.
right, 45.
We're just saying that
just
would be the
go
highest.
yeah,
Right,
like
okay.
the highest
Yeah.
that it would be. And then,
And then the salary.
salary wise,
I mean, we base on experience and,
yeah.
it's not.
What is normal, like, can you give
Or
us?
can you give us a range?
Yeah, give us like top end.
For a beginning teacher with no experience, starting salary's 50,000.
Okay, so half of that would be 25?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 25,
But
so,
it's not a half a year though, it's
Yeah.
4 months, it's so,
okay,
It's
I-
not
I
paid
wouldn't-
through a
But
full
still,
year.
but it's a salary at 50,000, she's gonna be paid
for 3 months though.
for
Yeah.
3 months.
But not, or for 4 months, but not for
yeah.
12 months, even though it's half the year. Right?
Well, it's the full semester is how I read it, correct?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
the semesters
Just
end in,
semester.
but-
It just depends on how you take your pay, right?
Right,
Like,
if you're
you
just,
take 22.
But I mean,
days
if we
or-
just do, say 50,000
Yeah,
for
it's
a
rough,
year,
yeah.
half of that is 25. And
Plus
so if we're
15.
talking, she would be gone for half the semester,
Yeah, okay.
then it would be half would just be 25 regardless. It
Yeah.
just, but it does depend like how your paychecks go, but
So,
no matter what we do.
Anna,
Right,
you're,
roughly
you're
then.
adding numbers together over there,
40 grand.
so,
Yeah, I mean, it's like gonna be like theoretically about 45,000 for the long-term
Okay.
sub, right? For
Yep.
highest expected health insurance, 45,000 divided by 3, 4 months. And
And depending on where.
Yeah.
You've gotta be a certified teacher
Yeah.
to be in a long-term sub position like that, so
Mhm.
maybe somebody that's got a lot of experience, it's,
well, so maybe, yeah,
Who
so
knows?
40, so
Yeah.
maybe 30,000. So, cause you said it could be, beginner teacher then would be like 15K,
Okay.
but maybe up to something higher.
Yeah.
So somewhere between 30 and 40,000
Yeah.
to replace her while
so
she's
like,
gone.
we're talking
So
like
regardless of
50
whether or not we pay her, we're taking on, so approving the sabbatical
is a 40,
is a
30 to
$30,000 to $40,000
$40,000.
cost to even just,
or more, I mean, it just depends.
right, cause that's only assumes health insurance, it's not other benefits, right? And then,
To
so
rough-
so if we approve the sabbatical without pay, we're talking about a $30,000 to $50,000 cost to put a long-term sub in that position approximately.
And we're still paying her
And then the question is,
benefits
if you,
in that time.
right,
Yes.
and then paying her would then be an additional whatever it is on top of that.
What does it say in the contract?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask.
For what,
For-
When
What does the
can,
contract language say?
it says,
around
it says.
It says they can get the benefits and they
But like, what do you have to do to be able to even apply
You
for
have to-
sabbatical?
you have
Like,
to-
how many years of?
7 years of employment.
7 years of
Yep.
employment.
And it has to benefit, you know, it's self-improvement to benefit the school system through study or research. Can be a full year or a half a year. Applications must be submitted by January 1. She did, she
Mhm.
met the requirements of what she needed to do. And you have to grant or deny the request in writing on or before April 15th. You can grant the sabbatical leave to the teacher at 1/2 pay or no pay. And then there's some conditions of the sabbatical, which, basically say the teacher will continue to receive all benefits except salary in the case of an unpaid sabbatical, to which they are entitled for the duration of the leave. The payment and provision of benefits to a teacher on sabbatical leave shall be under a loan agreement. The teacher shall submit a written statement to the board agreeing to return to the district for at least 2 years of service after the conclusion of the sabbatical leave. If the teacher does not return or does not complete the terms of the sabbatical plan presented to the board, then they must repay the cost of all benefits received while on the sabbatical. So, she has to come back. That's about it.
I feel really disappointed that we didn't know about this as we were crafting the budget, because I think part of what's tricky, right, is that we are working towards really trying to present a leaner budget. And it makes it really hard to add things at this moment, right? Because what we're saying is that because we can't now adjust allocation, right? Like, for example, if we were to say this, let's just say hypothetically, we said, we really wanna support this computer science teacher to take a sabbatical and go learn computer coding for something and bring it back to the school, and we're willing to exchange that sabbatical for that computer science teacher for, a pair in the building. We can't do that now, right? Like, that would have to already be written into the budget that's been warned. Yeah, so it's really tricky, because there's no way to do this right now without it being an add-on in a budgetary climate that is really.
That was one of my concerns. I love the idea of being able to
Support
grant
teachers,
this
yes.
for a teacher. But that was one of my concerns, and the other one that initially came to me was if we have had an unfilled PE position
Yep.
for a year and a half.
Yep.
And we're already cutting staff at the school, and what if we can't fill that position? These are all hypotheticals, but then our staff that's already stretched thin is left in the position to cover those classes, and how do we do that when we're trying to do so much with so little, I guess?
Is there a conditional that says, like, if we can't hire a long-term sub, then we can't, no?
She needs to commit
Okay.
to this stuff
So
for the
it's either
summer and
like-
whatnot she's doing,
She needs
that's
to
not
know,
fair to
yeah.
her.
We
Okay,
can't
I
give
didn't,
like,
I didn't know.
we can't give like a consolation prize of like, we'll fund your summer work for you. But
I mean, what I would really love is just like to have a process at Hartland where, I mean, I realize we said by January 1, but like to look at these as we are constructing the budget, right? To think about it, but she did submit it by January 1 and.
It's gotta be negotiated,
Yeah.
so like, it's in the contract.
But I think, is there a note somewhere we can put, like, let's change that, because
Yes.
it doesn't line up with the
It's in the
budgetary.
master agreement, so it's negotiated with the
Because
union.
we have,
Yeah,
but didn't we just vote on the budget in?
But it's their
no,
contract.
but it's their
this-
it's in the negotiated agreement of teachers, with the union.
That it has to be in by January 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
But didn't we vote on our budget after January 1?
Barely.
Yeah.
The next day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's submitted
I mean, that's,
New Year's Eve, we're still not gonna get it
In time.
And it was.
We really, and we're starting to discuss the budget, you know.
No, I
November.
know, but we
So, I
don't
mean, if
technically
budgets were-
finalize it
If
until.
we actually had this in our hand November 1st, 2 months earlier,
Mhm.
like
I will
that's.
put a note for negotiations.
Yeah, because next
Yeah.
year's a negotiating.
Yeah, I just think I mean,
Or
because I
something
think
like
there's
that
not a person in
benefit.
this room that doesn't
Want to do this,
wholeheartedly
yeah.
support this and see the value of it, right? The drama program at our school is such an incredible asset, and
And I will say, like, Ann Steebing is the sets director.
yeah,
for
and she
the
talks about
musical.
wanting to bring these skills back, and you know, for the kids that want to do the non-drama part of drama, right? Like, what an asset! Like, I really, really, genuinely think this is incredible, and to sort of set a precedent of continued education and continued engagement with skill and craft, like all of those things feel super important. I think it is really hard to add a line item right now, because where does it even come from?
This comes from salary and overspend, the line.
Unless you don't overspend because we never hire a PA teacher, or we don't have whatever, we don't
That's
need as
coming
many
next.
subs, that, what, yeah, you know, like, we have to hire a PA teacher, but it's not, or somebody else is, like, there's so much, there's
Remember, we had
so-
overspendage this year of 200,
Yeah.
whatever.
We can't guarantee
So,
that next year.
And we
though.
can't
We
guarantee,
can't.
we can't, but we
Do you
we are
realize?
normally over, right, in the past, we feel like we've been over. My feeling is that I feel like if this wasn't a school, meaning, like, this wouldn't be a problem, like sabbaticals being half paid for or fully paid for, depending on what you're doing, like, it's a thing. And I feel like I personally would like to send the message that, like, if you think this sabbatical is worth it and you're going to, like, do all these really super cool things and bring super cool things back to the school, I think we should honor it, and I think we should honor it with half pay. Cause like, teachers are professionals, and to me, this is a benefit of being a professional, is getting, you know, a half-paid sabbatical. So, like, I understand budgetary and all these things, but in the end, like, I think that this doesn't happen, like, wouldn't this have happened, like, wouldn't we have 80 million people going?
We don't, behind you, I am in the field, I get it, and I'm just feeling really uncertain around, yes, we have, but then I keep thinking, like, is there a way within the community, or can we, you know, get a grant to cover this in some way, so it's not, like, what are our other ways to fund this that don't overburden us having, like, me going around writing grants, or overburden the school itself, because it's just gonna, it ends up being a budget line. Like, is there other ways around it? Because I agree with you, Heather, 100%, and I do think, since we don't know, and my longstanding, I really do not remember a sabbatical request either, I mean, but I'm getting old. But
You're not that old.
Can I ask you guys, Mr. Romeo, Mr. Schaefer, if you just have thoughts about this in terms of teacher culture,
Yeah.
like, do you feel comfortable speaking to that, or if you wanna recuse yourselves, just given the.
What I would say, I'm not sure I feel comfortable this time speaking to it, but I wondered, the only thing I was thinking is, does the decision have to be made right now, or do we have time?
April 15th.
So my thought would be to maybe,
Table this.
is new,
Yep.
and let's do a little bit more
Yeah.
math.
And when we're in a
And thought.
situation where our budget gets turned down, we can
Correct.
revisit it and talk about whether or not this is
Correct.
fit.
Back on a
It's not
future
for that.
agenda.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
I think that's great. I am always in favor of having more time to think
Yeah.
about things.
It's new.
Okay, great.
Especially if we can come back to it after the budget
Yes.
vote.
Yes.
And
Do we have a
maybe,
meeting on that day?
You can make the decision at your April meeting.
Yeah.
and
we still have
between now
time.
and then, like,
Well, we still have a March
Still have a
meeting.
March
Yeah,
meeting,
meeting.
Do March.
and then
yeah,
You'll restructure and you can.
can
have it then.
we, like, I don't know whose place this is, but like, can someone have a like, can we think about like what other funding we could use? Like, is there a way that we can, you know, like, support this and also, you know,
I
have
think
fun
because
it?
it's in the master agreement, you're obligated to fund it or.
Yeah, no, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Or
But,
not, or not, have fund it or not.
Okay.
I know, I think, I
But no,
don't
there's
know if we
really
can
three
get numbers
choices.
on
You can
things
say,
too.
no, you're not taking a sabbatical. You can say, yes, you're taking it with half pay,
Yep.
or yes, you're taking it with no pay. So there's really three choices.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just referring
Right.
to the funding, like,
Yeah.
it's gonna come out of your budget, I can't
One
imagine.
Yes.
way or another.
No, I was thinking more around if we weren't gonna pay.
Yeah,
But at least we could know that we're covering our expenses other ways. I don't know.
I mean, even if you just say no to pay at all, you're still paying for benefits plus a whole nother
Yes.
person, so you're still over one
Yes.
FTE essentially.
Yeah, it's a
That's what you're saying with like a half a
30,000
year, you have 50% of
4 or 5
somebody
FTEs.
plus 75%.
Yeah.
We're actively cutting positions, but at the same time being like, oh, but we're actually adding a quarter of a position because we're allowing all this to happen. I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. And I get the whole thing with the professionalism and wanting to go, and it's gonna be a huge benefit to our school, but we're also telling people like, hey, we're gonna be cutting positions here, but like this person's okay to do a little extra, it's just, I don't know.
It's just tricky timing, yeah. All right, let's table it.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to table it.
I second.
Last thing, new hire.
Yeah,
Sorry not to get you an answer today, Dan.
yes. I would like to put forth the hiring of a PE teacher, Mason Thompson. Mason is, as you know, an assistant director at the rec center. He's also our athletic director, does some coaching. We went through the process and he was a clear choice. And so we worked with the district office and doing all of the interviews, background checks and what have you, and put forth his application. So I would like to be considered.
And so he's gonna be working on a provisional and working toward that.
He's gonna be working on an emergency.
Fun. I love emergencies.
Yep, so he's got some work to do, but he knows.
But he knows it.
Submitted,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, he knew what he was, he
Yeah.
knows what he's got.
The kids are gonna be so happy
Yes.
about this.
Yes.
The kids
Everyone
love
loves
him.
Yes.
So
and
is
have been
he
so sad
still
about
able
a
to
gym
hold
teacher.
any position then at the rec? That makes me sad for the rec.
I think so, not after school.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not-
I mean, I can't speak for the rec, but my understanding is that his position will be here. I mean, over the summer, he's welcome to like
Yeah.
he would any other job. And I also.
And I'm sure he'll still help coach and, you know what I mean, all the things that he does.
Yeah, well,
Correct.
depending if he's working on a licensure, it's gonna
Right.
have a lot to do.
Yep, there's,
Yeah.
yeah, and I guess
Yeah.
there, just for transparency, we also have to understand the consideration of the athletic director position and what that would
Yeah.
then entail. Cause I do not see if he's working on that he would be doing both.
I think we need to jump on this before we
Yes.
lose.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yes.
he's,
Can I
if
ask-
he's willing and able, yeah.
Wasn't there someone that wasn't there somebody that we, like, I feel like we were talking about this, and they could join us in the spring?
So there was another,
Okay.
yep, we did have a
Okay.
candidate, but a
Okay.
candidate had dropped out,
Oh, okay.
due to some considerations.
Got it.
Then we did have reconsiderations in regards to, but, in the end.
Okay,
Yes,
got it, okay.
So
I
I
just
would
am
like
like crazy
to-
that there was this,
I would like to go forth to
make a motion.
make a motion, whatever those words are, that we accept Mason as our new PE.
When will he start?
last name?
Thompson.
Okay, so we can't just call him Big Mason once he's.
Big Mason
Mr.
versus
Thompson.
Little Mason.
Yeah.
Mr. Thompson.
In our house, it's Big Mason.
That's gonna be hard, everyone's gonna call, he's not gonna, yeah, he's gonna have a hard time if he wants to go by Mr. Thompson.
Okay,
As our new PE teacher.
second.
All those in favor, I thought you could just say that.
Discussion.
Yay, discussion. Do we have to
discussion.
really, discussion?
Why don't you moderate the
I
meeting?
know.
What did you run my
Let me, I need to write a sticky note of all those things. This is my last one, so I
It
don't
does
care.
feel weird because you discuss it ahead of time and then you.
And then you
make a
discuss
motion
it,
to
yeah, so
discuss
is there further discussion? No.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Thank you.
When does he start? I know, when does he start?
I think he can start
Tomorrow?
relatively, yeah, I think he can start really
Call
soon,
Mason up, hey Mason,
so.
you started.
Give him the
Um,
weekend.
yep.
Yay, this is good news.
This is.
Yep, this has
Well,
been on,
give
been on the
John the
radar.
weekend.
Oh, that's great.
He's work, yeah.
It's
We love
great.
Mason.
Yep.
He's my former student.
Oh, yeah,
right,
that's
yes, he was, that's right.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
And it's
Setting the
December.
next agenda would be March.
Yep.
So that's gonna be restructuring.
It's gonna be March 10th, it's the second Tuesday because of, the vote on
Oh.
Tuesday,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
reorg, so it's in your calendar correctly, but just a reminder. So, it's reorg, and we'll have a student growth report by then, in March.
Great.
And we will discuss, we'll have a budget debrief, or a budget continuation, depending on how things go.
Yeah, right.
And then we'll bring back sabbatical in March, we can table it again until April if we need to, but. Is that okay?
Is that it?
Okay.
What is this?
Oh, we have a.
Could I ask one more question?
Of course.
I've heard that there's, several teachers that are going to Ireland for some training, and is that money coming out of the budget as well, or is that grant funded, or?
Some of that
I don't
money
think
by
I haven't heard a
contract
thing.
comes out of their PD
PD
funds,
funds.
but some of it is on their own, because the contract states how much, travel money is allowed for a workshop, so it's 2 times the cost of the workshop. It's a pretty inexpensive
Nope.
workshop, so.
No special allowances,
Yeah.
it's what
And
they're
it relates to their work, so.
obtained.
Who's going?
3
3
elementary, and they're going
staff.
during the break, so they're not missing school, I don't think,
Correct,
right?
correct, I think it's
Good for
just
them. Good
just
for them.
before
Yeah,
the
that's
break.
awesome.
Am I allowed to say that out loud publicly? I'm just.
What's
Well,
that?
we can adjourn, and then we can chit chat.
I would,
So
yeah, I would say
I-
probably in,
As there's no
Yeah, I
need
don't
for
think it needs to
executive
be
session or anything,
normalized.
we're all set.
Yep.
So I would like to.
Did that
close.
answer your question, Doreen?
I'd like to make a
Meeting.
motion to end the meeting.
That would be lovely.
I second.
Do we need to discuss that one?
No?
No, all
All
in
in
favor?
favor?
Aye.